my new intro. Do you like it? Because I like it. So, here's a little fun fact about me. I work in fast food. And, in case you haven't already figured it out, working in fast food can seriously suck. Like, a lot. Especially as of recently, because the fast food chain that I work for, the place I work at, rhymes with Dick Schmonald's. We were shut down for an entire month, and what did we do in that time when we were completely shut down? We rebuilt the entire inside of our restaurant and installed kiosks. What are kiosks, you might ask? Kiosks are the things that the customers walk up to and can take their order themselves. I was given the position of what is known as the GEL, the Guest Experience Leader. And what does a Guest Experience Leader do? Glad you asked. The Guest Experience Leader stands in the lobby, in front of the kiosks, Vanna Whites them, if you will, says, "Hi, welcome back to Dick Schmonald's. Would you like to take your order on our brand new kiosk today?" And do you know how many rude people, because first of all, what I want to say is, I want to address a very common misconception that Dick Schmonald's installing kiosks is taking away jobs from the people who used to do front counter. Because that's not true. It's not taking away jobs, because all of the people that they used to put on front counter frequently, consistently, were all turned into gels. So they're just moving from behind the counter to in front of the counter. Also, the amount of staff that we require now, because of how many people come in and use the kiosk. Editing Peter here. I literally today at work, because it's the next day, the day after I filmed this video, I today at work literally got screamed at by a lady because there's only one of me, because there's not enough of us in the lobby. And I was like, I agree with you. You don't need to be yelling at me. I feel this way too. Trust me. Okay, now back to your regularly scheduled Peter. Despite the fact that everybody tries to fight me on it all the time, literally. So trust me, losing jobs is the furthest thing from the agenda right now. It's like the last thing that's happening as of currently. Anyway, within the last 2 weeks that we've been open, my job as a gel has been significantly terrible. The amount of rude customers that I had to deal with, I thought that standing in the drive-thru, taking orders on a headset all day, having to deal with rude customers, I thought that was bad. But having to deal with them face to face, so the past 2 weeks we've been open, we've been reopened with the new kiosks. I have come home severely depressed every single day because of the amount of negativity that I have to take in. And obviously I don't let it affect me and my work and how I do my job, because I take pride in my job, believe it or not. Even if I am just a simpleton working at Dick Schmonald's, I do take pride in my job. And I do like the work that I'm doing. And I do love the people that I work with. And I do love a lot of the customers that come in, because a lot of them are really nice. I know that I make it sound like it's absolute hell, but a lot of the people who are mean and rude are actually the minority. I'm a big boy. I got it. A lot of the times when nice customers come in, I do make casual conversation and have small talk and whatever. Last week, last week, this couple came in to my Dick Schmonald's where I was working. The guy, he was wearing a Ravenclaw scarf. And for those of you who don't know, I'm not like the hugest Harry Potter stan ever, but I do genuinely enjoy it. I am in the fandom. This couple comes in, the guy's wearing a Ravenclaw scarf. And I decide on a whim to compliment the scarf because it was a really cool looking scarf. And I said, hey, you know, I really like your scarf. And he says, oh, thanks. Like, not even like thinking anything of it. He's like, oh, thanks. And I was like, I mean, and like jokingly, I was like, I mean, you know, it's not my house, but I like it. And he was like, and he just laughs. And he looks at me and like super duper seriously, he looks at me and he goes, you're a Hufflepuff, aren't you? And never in my life have I ever imagined that I'd be clocked as a Hufflepuff. Yet here we are. So I just laugh and I go, yeah. And he's like, yeah, I could tell. And we're just laughing about it. We're joking and whatever. They leave, they go along their merry way. Today, the couple comes back. Today, I'm at work, again, like every other day, at Dick Schmonald's, standing out in the lobby, vandal wetting the kiosks. The couple comes back, and I'm just like looking, because I was like, I vaguely remember their faces, but I know for a fact that I don't like know them seriously, like in my actual like real life. And she's like, we got something for you. And I was like, okay. And then the guy comes back in with a bag, and I see the Ravenclaw scarf, and I'm like, oh yeah, okay, I remember this. Okay, I remember you two now. He comes in, he's holding a bag, and he says, this is for you. And they say, for me? And he's like, yeah, take it. And I was like, well, and obviously I was like looking at it. I was looking at him skeptically, but I was also like looking at them like, oh yeah, thank you so much. Like, oh my gosh, that's so nice. Thank you so much. I look into the bag. In the bag is a Hufflepuff scarf. And I'm like in tears. I'm like practically like in tears. Like obviously like I can't cry while I'm in the middle of working. But like I like wanted to cry just because of how sweet and how incredibly thoughtful that was for them to come back with a Hufflepuff scarf. Apparently, the story goes that this guy, he's like super into Harry Potter, wasn't ever like sorted properly into any of the houses, but he has a scarf for each house. But he decided, according to his wife, girlfriend, partner, that the Hufflepuff scarf was a bit too loud for him. So he gave it to me. And he hands it to me. He's like, you're a Hufflepuff, right? And I was like, yeah. I was just like in shock. Like I didn't know what to say. So I just kept saying, oh my gosh, thank you. Oh my gosh, thank you. Oh my gosh, thank you. And it like made my entire day. The fact that like a couple that I met in passing at my job came back a week later with the gift based on a really quick fleeting conversation that we had. It just blew my mind. It wasn't even like the gift itself, because obviously the gift itself is amazing and I love it and it's so nice. It's such a nice quality scarf. And it has the badgers on it, like, but this is the whole reason why I was talking about like the negativity that I've been facing recently and like the depression that's caused me, because this stupid thing that they probably didn't think much of at all, but it made my entire week. There are people that exist like that out in the world. And one of these, like, super duper kind and thoughtful acts has the power to erase a million screw you, I'm going to Wendy's in like an instant. And they didn't know that that was something that I really needed. I didn't even know it was something I really needed until I like sat back and I realized, and it hit me that there's no reason for me to get all down and give the rude people who say screw you, I'm going to Wendy's the time of day, because people like this exist out in the world. It's not all bad. So I am initiating a challenge. It is the start of, well, not the start, but we're like right in the middle of the holiday season. Thanksgiving's over. It's almost December, as it is currently November 25th when I'm filming this. It's almost December. So that means it's practically Christmas, which means that now is the perfect time for me to initiate my Pay It Forward challenge. Lots of people have done this. There's been like millions of examples of this, like all throughout the internet, in real life, whatever. But I am challenging myself and all of you out there watching. You never know what somebody's going through, and you never know how much somebody might need a simple act of kindness that you might not think that much of at all. So I challenge you to pay it forward and do something nice for somebody else. And that's what makes me a Hufflepuff, like genuinely, like I'm not even joking. Like the fact that like I just want everybody to be happy and I just want everybody to be kind to one another, like that's literally what Ellen DeGeneres says at the end of her show every freaking day. Be kind to one another. That's all I want. If you're somebody who knows me in real life and is thinking about asking me, hey, what do you want for Christmas? That's what I want for Christmas. I want you to do something nice for somebody else. And that's it. So I genuinely hope that you have a wonderful rest of your holiday season, that you have a Merry Christmas, a Happy Hanukkah, a Happy Kwanzaa, whatever it is you celebrate. Or even if you don't celebrate anything, I just hope that you enjoy the rest of this insane impending winter that's about to come upon us. So earlier this week, I made a video with somebody who means a lot to me. I made a vlog with them, which will be coming next week. I'm still working on it, on the editing that. I'll give you guys a little sneak peek at the end of this video. But at the end of that video, I was like ranting about something or other, and I happened to utter out the words, "You're valid." And they looked at me and they said, that should be your outro. That would be such a good outro. And that's my way of spreading a little bit of positivity to the rest of you out there who might need it. Because if we all just try to spread at least a little bit of positivity out and put it out into the world, just imagine how different the world would be. Until next time, you're valid. I love you, and enjoy the sneak peek of next week's vlog. Okay, bye. Deb has returned to Christmastown, fams. Okay, hold on, guys. Some, like, serious shit just went down. At Melly Rose.
Suck on it.
I want to capture all of it. I'm literally 20.
Racism is bad, and Deb is good.
You're valid. Okay, bye.